Oh, that was my phone. Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel and welcome to my very first YouTube video. This was a really highly requested video. I will be rating my entire sneaker collection. Luckily, or unluckily, I don't have that big of a collection, but you know, who's to say if I was to do this again next year that we might have to make this video into a movie, because once you start you can't stop. But let's jump straight into it. I'm starting with the big guns. I get asked a lot whether these are worth the money, and honestly, like if they are your grail, 100% like you would pay the money for them. But actually, as a shoe, I don't know if they are. Okay, you definitely can't see that. But on StockX right now, you will pay upwards of £1,000, depending on size, to get your hands on a pair of these now, which is insane. But are they worth it? Are they worth £1,000? I don't think they are. Personally, I don't really wear these a lot. I find them quite uncomfortable to wear, and I don't know whether that's because of the sizing, because I've heard that the off-white 4s are quite a lot more chunky than normal 4s. I don't have another pair of 4s yet to compare, but yeah, I mean the details on them are very cool. I love the whole hang tag thing. When I do wear them, I wear them with the hang tag. But on a rating out of 10, I'd probably give these a 7. I love the colour, I love the details, I love the different colour laces that you get with them as well. But would I pay £1,000 for them? No. Do I wear them a lot? No, I don't. Are they comfortable to wear? Not really. So I think a 7 out of 10 is probably fair. Next up we have the Sakai Vapor Waffles in this. I really hope that was my cat, because if it wasn't my cat, there was somebody that has entered the house. Or something has fallen off. And maybe I have a poltergeist. Well, the scary news is that I have no idea what that sound was. When I post this video, this might be the last public viewing of me. Anyway, next up we have the Sakai Vapor Waffles in Sesame. Right, I've got a confession to make. When this shape first came out, I was not a fan, like at all. I was not a fan. Look at that heel. I'm still not 100% on the heel, to be honest. And if you're a long-term follower and you've been following me since this time last year, you will have seen the comparison that I made of this style of shoe to a fish. How does that not look like a fish mouth to you? Look at that. I remember on Instagram it was some form of trout. The resemblance is just uncanny. These aren't rated as highly as what they could be, because I am still not 100% a fan of that heel. I love the shoe and they're so comfortable to wear. When I first got these, I wore them around London for the first time, and obviously I was walking around London, not one blister. I am renowned for getting blisters, and I did not get a single blister. I've never had a single blister off these. I do like the whole double lacing and I love the double tongues. The details are so nice. I love the colour. These are definitely one of my favourite pairs in my collection, but they're not a 10 out of 10 shoe, purely because of the fish looking heel, and they are known in my house as the fish shoe, so for that reason these get a 9 out of 10. I'm going to do the 2 dunk lows that I've got together. I'd be saying the same thing for both pairs of shoes. I would not pay resale for a pair of dunks. My advice to any of you who are wanting to get into the sneaker game. Don't pay resale for a pair of Dunks. The quality is terrible, to put it in a nice way. They are not a high quality shoe at all. I've worn these a lot, to be fair. I got them for retail. I got both of these for retail, and I have worn them a lot. And the wear on them, even now, is quite good, to be fair. I got quite lucky with my pairs. There was no major quality issues with them. General overall quality is poor, but I know I've seen people with like the Nike thing upside down, the Nike on the heel tab upside down. I've seen people with like glue stains all over them. I've seen people with the stitching coming off, and that's brand new. So yeah, I wouldn't pay resale for them. They are a good beater if you're gonna stick them on for all kinds of occasions. I love the colours that they've come in. The market is so heavily saturated with Dunks though right now. If you miss a pair that you want, there will be more pairs that will come out, and they'll be very, very similar. So for that reason, I'm gonna give the Dunks a 5 out of 10. Because they are quite an average basic shoe that you can pick up quite easily. Quality isn't great, but they are great to wear. I find them quite comfortable. They do look good on, and they come in lots of different colours, but do not pay resale. Please don't pay resale. Try and get them for retail, or very close to retail at least. Don't be paying £200 plus for them, because it's just not worth it. Next up, I've gone for a bit of Adidas, a bit of Yeezy. Oh, look at them reflecting. That's cool. Now these are my favourite pairs of Yeezys that I own, without a shadow of a doubt. They are very, very, very similar to the Statics that came out a few years ago. I think these are probably the comfiest pairs of shoes that I own. I'm going to put it out there. I did make the wiser decision this time though, to half size up. Because I can get away with, I'm quite lucky, I can get away with staying true to size in Yeezy. You know when your feet swell in heat? As long as it's not hot, I can get away with it. And if I'm wearing thin socks, I can get away with true to size. But, you know, be smart. Don't try and convince yourself that you can always fit in true to size like I did. Go half size up. Quality is quite good on these actually. Price tag, I know they've brought down the price of the 700s, but would I still pay over £200 for them? I mean, I did, so obviously yes I would. Is it worth it? I'm not sure. For this colourway, and I think always in my size, yes, 100% it's worth it, because my size is so hard to get hold of. I did a TikTok the other day, and it was guess my size win. Oh, do you think they were trying to be clever? I put guess my size win. Oh, guess my size win, as in like guess the shoe that I've worn, because I blanked out the shoe. And everybody was commenting 4.5, but now I'm saying it out loud. Is it because they thought I was saying guess my size win as in the size of my win, as in the shoe size of my win, and not size as in the company? Oh, I think that was just me being slow. I was actually thinking, why is everyone commenting 4.5? Like, yes, I'm a 4.5. Have you got a problem with that? But no, I think it was just me. I get it now. Maybe you weren't just trying to discredit my win. Maybe you were just trying to be clever. So yeah, these, my favourite pair of Yeezys. Rating out of 10, I would give them, you know what, I'm going to give them an 8 out of 10. Price tag makes me feel a bit sick. Quality is actually quite good. Comfort, incredible. And look at them. I love them. I love the colour. So it's got to be an 8 out of 10. Next up, we got the ready-made blazers. I love these so much. These are the most underrated shoes ever. You can still pick a pair of these up for less than £200 resale, which, hello, look at them. They are so cool. They're genuinely the coolest shoes that I own. The coolest shoes. They are so comfortable as well. Look at the sole. The details on this shoe, insane. Look at the box. This is the box for them. Look at that box. I'm not really bothered about boxes, you know. Like, it doesn't bother me whether a box is good or not, but when a box is good, extra brownie points, because I do display them, as you can tell, and it just, look at that, look at how they display. They're so cool. I'm obsessed with them. So comfortable, details amazing. If anybody was like, oh, which pair of shoes would you recommend me buying? You know, that's not a Dunk or a Jordan 1. Get yourself a pair of these. Just do it. Get yourself a pair. You won't regret it. These are 100% 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. If you're sleeping on these, wake up and just buy them, okay? Next, we've got the Off-White Converse Vulcanized, the 1.0s. So these were the first Off-White Converse that were released a few years ago now. Yeah, my box is destroyed. It's just got worse over time as well. Please don't hate me. It's just a box, isn't it? I got these a few years ago. I did pay resale, but I bought them used, so it wasn't like dead stock prices. What can I rate these? These are actually a really disappointing pair for me, and that is purely because of the way they are so discoloured. You can't really see it because of my ring light. They actually look quite white in this light, but without the ring light, in person, these are green. Like, properly green. I mean, not like, I'm being a bit dramatic because they're not like my jumper green, but the way they have like discoloured is just insane, and not insane in the good definition of the word either. Which is a shame really, because these could be so cool, but I've tried wearing them with outfits and they just don't hit the same because of the discolour. I love the translucent design. Again, the details are so cool. I love the whole concept, but when they discolour like that, and it just makes your outfit look a bit minging, I can't be as in love with them as I should be. And I don't wear them that often. In fact, I literally wear these to the gym now. I cannot pull these off with an outfit anymore because of the way they've discoloured. So I just hit myself in the mouth with my shoelace. I cannot bring myself to wear them with outfits, so for that reason, I'm going to give these a 3 out of 10. Do not pay resale for them unless you can afford to just sit and watch them discolour and turn green. In fact, how much are they? I mean, some of these prices make me want to vom. The lowest that's £2,200. No, sorry, that's not happening. Okay, so the last sales for them, oh, that was quite a good one. £533, that's not so bad. Still, £533 for a shoe to go green. Okay, just don't pay a ridiculous price for these if you want them, because they will go green. This is your warning. So yeah, 3 out of 10 for these. I love the details, I love the concept. Hate how they age. Okay, next we have the Jordan 1 Mocha. I'm gonna out myself here. These are the shoes that I've paid the most money for. They're the shoes that I wanted so badly this time last year. I literally banged on about them for so long. I didn't get them for retail. I entered every single raffle. I had other people entering raffles for me. Shout out to all you lovely people who entered a raffle for me. But still took a massive L on these. And you know when you already have a load of outfits in your head, and every time you put the outfit on you just think, oh, do you know what shoe would be really good with this? And it just makes the L that little bit harder every time. So I did it. I had to pay resale for them. The only thing I regret about paying resale for them is the fact that they're GS. So that's the postman, I think. Okay, yeah, definitely the postman. I heard footsteps off the drive. Yeah, so the only thing I regret is paying resale for a GS shoe, because GS just doesn't hit the same. They just don't hit the same. The shape of them, because of the GS nature of them, is just off. The materials aren't the same, which is a bit sad really, and it does annoy me, but I still love them all the same. Like the colourway is so nice. Especially around this time of year, autumn. I've literally been wearing these non-stop recently. I didn't wear them over summer, and over summer I was like, oh my god, do I start regretting paying resale for these when I'm just not wearing them as much as I thought? But come autumn, I've literally been wearing these non-stop. Would I pay resale again for them? I think I would. But I wouldn't for a GS pair of Jordan 1s. And I think that would be the same for any style of Jordan 1. I just wouldn't go for a GS Jordan 1 again, because they aren't the same, they don't fit the same, and the quality is just not there. Rating out of 10, I would give these... I'd give these an 8 out of 10. Because really the only thing that I don't like about them is the fact that they're a GS shoe. Otherwise, everything else... What is going on? All I'm doing is trying to film a video, and now we've got daddy long legs flying about. So yeah, 8 out of 10. Another pair of Dunks, but this time the highs. These are the Nike Dunk High Football Grey. Not sure why they're called Football Grey, because in my opinion they're a bit more lilac-y than grey. And they're sail as well. They're not white and grey. They're sail and football grey, supposedly. The quality of the highs, at least these highs, I don't find as bad as the lows. But I don't know whether that's just my pair or this pair in general, or whether other people have found different. These are a women's pair though, and I have heard the GS pair. The quality is not great, and then not as comfortable either, because they have like less padding around the sides. Be mindful of that if you can fit in GS shoes. I do like these a lot. I don't get enough wear out of these, to be honest though, and I'm not sure why. Maybe I just don't have the right outfits to style them with yet. Maybe I should make an effort to do that. Quite a basic shoe that you can, like now, you can pick up a Dunk High relatively easily because of the saturation of the market of the Dunks at the minute. Avoid paying resale for them, because they aren't anything special, but they are really quite a nice looking shoe, and they are very, very, very similar shaped to the Jordan 1. So if you like Jordan 1s and you've not tried the Dunk Highs yet, definitely try a Dunk High as well, because they are very similar. I'd probably give these, so I gave the lows a 5 out of 10. I'd probably give these a 6 out of 10. Next up, we have the Yeezy 500 Utility Blacks. As I said before, I made the mistake of going true to size, which, you know, if I had my time again, I'd go half size up 100%, because I think I'd wear them more. But saying that, last time I wore these, I was doing a high ropes course. So if that doesn't prove wearability, I don't know what does. I think if they were half size bigger, or maybe I just need to put shoe tree in them, because they're not that tight, but they are tight enough to make them slightly uncomfortable to wear. Obviously the cheaper price tag than the 700s, which is a bonus point for that. I like the quality of them as well, but would I buy another pair of 500s? No, I wouldn't. They are definitely a pair to have in the collection, but I feel like you have to style them right. And if you can't just slip them on like you can the Dunks or, you know, a pair of Air Force. You have to think about them, I think, to wear them. But the quality is good. Comfort, again, would be good had I half sized up, but that was my own fault, not the shoes' fault. I'd give these a 7 out of 10. Next up we have the Jordan 1 twists, or the pandas. I don't know if you can see that. Up close they are furry, which is so cool. I mean, I know some people don't like the texture of them, but I think they're very, very cool. I've got shoe tree in one of them. I managed to lose a shoe tree. One shoe tree. How can I lose just one? But anyway, these were the very, very first pair of Jordan 1s that I bought, and I bought them, I'd say probably over 2 years ago now. They'd come out. I didn't get them for retail. I got them for under retail. I didn't get them when they first came out. I passed on them, and then I saw them and people were wearing them and they were really cool. And then one of the girls in the Offspring community, this isn't going to turn into an Offspring hate bandwagon thing, like, just leave your Offspring comments to the Offspring page, please. But one of the girls in the Offspring community did do me a very nice under retail deal for these before they got like massively hyped. This was probably my biggest steal, because now I'll try getting these for under retail. Not gonna happen. The quality of these also so nice, and there's really not a lot wrong with these. They're such a clean pair. I used to wear these a lot. I don't wear them as much now, but still very, very cool. I'd give these a 7 out of 10. I feel 7 is a bit harsh, but 7 out of 10. I'm going to do these Jordan 1s lows, like the Dunks, and do them together. I do like the lows, to be fair. Some people are like, oh, the ones are, you know, just a worse version of the highs. But they're still very, very clean. And they're very, very wearable too. These are the Jordan 1 Low Gym Red or Team Red. I'm going to go Gym Red. And I just put the off-white laces in them, the cream ones, because I think it looks so much nicer, although it doesn't really look cream on there. I promise you, these are cream laces, and they're thicker as well than the laces they come with. And these are the Jordan 1 Low Starfish. They came out quite recently. I did the cute little white lace swap. This is the old shape Jordan 1 Low. So as you can see, there's a few differences, like the tongue. The shape in general is slightly different. I know these are GS again, which, you know, I've spoken about before being different, but they are slightly different to these ones. I think this is a this year thing. I'm not sure which I prefer, whether I prefer the old style or the new style. Very similar, but again, very different. The quality of these, the Starfish, very, very nice. To say they're a Jordan 1 and Jordan 1 quality hasn't been good as of late, so I was expecting the Jordan 1 quality to continue to these lows as well. But actually the quality is really good. The colour I love, and I've been wanting an orange shoe for ages, so when I saw these coming out I was like, I have to get these. What an addition to the collection. Are they anything to shout home about? Not sure. They do look very cool though, and when I've paired them with different outfits, they do look sick, like they do. These are a very, very solid pair of shoes. If you are wanting to get into shoes, but you know, don't have the funds, don't want to break the bank to try and build a sneaker collection, I think Jordan 1 lows are a very good place to start, because they're not your classic Air Force. They're not the Dunks that are being mass produced this year, but they're still very, very cool and very, very wearable. So I would definitely add a pair of Jordan 1 lows to your collection. I know there's been a few collabs of Jordan 1 lows recently with a certain Travis Scott, and I think that has really helped build the momentum behind the Jordan 1 lows, which may or may not be good depending on your viewpoint. I like them a lot, enough that I've got 2 pairs. But I would give these, I rate these more than the Dunks without a shadow of a doubt, mainly because the quality is so much better. I would say they are 7 out of 10. That's the phone. Oh my god.
3 hours later.
It's just my granddad, bless him. Can't be mad. He's a cutie. Can't remember where I got to, but I think I was giving these a 7 out of 10. I literally have a memory of a goldfish. Next up, we have the Jordan 1 Lucky Greens. I love this shoe so much. This genuinely, other than those, I think these 2 are my favourite pairs. I love the colour. The quality on these, so nice, so nice. They have the swoosh is like patent glossy. It's glossy. The midsole is kind of aged a bit. It's got like a creamy sail tone to it. I've worn these a lot. I don't know if you can see the dirt on them. They're so comfortable. My favourite Jordan 1. Yeah, I'm going to say it. My favourite Jordan 1 that I own. And up there with my favourite pairs of shoes in my collection so far. Cannot fault them. I wear them with everything. I try and style them with everything because they're so comfortable to wear. They are the coolest looking shoe. And so for that reason, I'm going to give them a 10 out of 10. If you're going to go for a Jordan 1, and if you're going to pay resale for a Jordan 1, I would recommend this one. Also, the box is a red one, not a black one. From one green shoe to another. But this time, it's the Jordan 1 Zooms. Ooh, the sponge gives me a bit of the heebie-jeebies. Anybody else have a phobia of sponge, or is it just me? Because I really cannot stand it. Zooms get a lot of hate, but actually, they're so comfortable. And I know a lot of people find Jordan 1s uncomfortable. I personally don't. But I know a lot of people complain about how uncomfortable they are because they're quite flat-footed. These, on the other hand, are not flat-footed. These have so much sponge in them, as you can see. And the insole is so spongy too that they're not the same flatness, I guess, as not classic Jordan 1s. Quality is really nice. It's got a canvas toe box. Some people don't like canvas toe boxes, but I think it's quite cool. And it doesn't crease as badly as leather. So if you're mad about the toe boxes creasing on your shoes, there's your answer. I think these are very underrated. You can still pick these up very close to retail. I don't know how these would fare in the rain, because at least with leather pairs you can just, you know, have no worries with them. But with these, I would have worries. I would really have worries. I would be having to be like jumping over those puddles. So I would give these an 8 out of 10, you know. And I feel like they don't get enough credit. Also, the Zoom box, proper aesthetically pleasing. Final pair, and it's the Yeezy 700 V1 Inertia. I don't wear these a lot. I've thought about selling these on numerous occasions. I don't know how much longer these will stay in my collection, but something stops me from selling them every time. I put them straight on foot when I got them, and I wore them for maybe an hour, 2 hours, walking about. And the crease on them, I don't even know if you can see that. But believe me, the creasing on these is just ridiculous. Around the edges, for a £250 shoe, for them to crease as bad as they did after an hour of wearing them, I just don't think it's on. Like, can you sort it out, please? I don't know what I can rate these, because it's not as if they're a bad shoe, and I like the colour and I like the shape, but again, I went for a size 5 in them. So I think that's another reason why I don't like them and I don't wear them that much, is because they are slightly small, to be honest. So I say I've barely worn them, but it looks like they've been worn. To say that I've not worn them as much as what I've worn the Dunks, for example, these actually look in worse condition. I'm going to give these I'm going to give them a 6 out of 10, which I do feel is quite harsh, but if there was a pair that I was going to sell, it would be these. Sorry for any Yeezy 700 Inertia lovers out there. Sorry. And that concludes my rating my sneaker collection video. Let me know if you agree or disagree with any of my choices. Thank you for watching. Comment, like, subscribe, follow me on Instagram, follow me on TikTok, you know, all that jazz.